This fragment, which was around at the dawn of the solar system, this fragment saw the birth of the sun. It witnessed the birth of the sun. It predates the sun. So it first saw this light, and then it had this vast journey through the cosmos, and it ended up under a microscope that I was looking through. I like to make kind of real-time experiments, artistic experiments that reflect and elaborate on scientific processes about why we're here, what things mean, and where things might be taking us into the future. But also as an artist, I like to apply the artistic tools which allow us to follow scientific subjects, but allowing for ways of thought and ways of experimentation that science can't accommodate by itself. So by using robotics, video, working with living organisms, or space research, I create artistic experiments which reflect scientific methodologies. So the project I made last year called You First Saw the Light on Such and Such a Day, and Now You're on Your Own and Back in the Dark is a survey, an examination of a 50-micron long piece of fragment of comet, which was collected by the NASA high-altitude stratosphere flights in 1985. I made a 4-channel synchronized video installation of the piece, of kind of focusing through it. And I also, alongside that, I made a 5mm long replica from a fragment of meteorite also discovered in 1985. So we had this idea of history of the creation of particles, the existence of this material which forms the origins of the solar system. I used to do a lot of performative work, physical performative work. My last year as an art student really was when I first became aware that art could be about performance, it could be about technology. So I began to just explore what was possible. The way in which the projects appear is kind of interesting really, because it's not so much a conscious process. There's a continuous research process which has been going on for a long time now. Since 2011, I've been working on a project to breed a new species of fruit fly which would be theoretically capable of living on Saturn's largest moon, which is called Titan. The fruit fly is one of the most common organisms that is used in genetics, in biotechnology, and Titan is the place so far we know of that is most like Earth. So the project explores issues of post-terrestrialism, of the idea of developing a perfect organism, and of the possibility of life in places outside the Earth. So I've been keeping cultures of the fruit fly, and I've been slowly acclimatizing them to certain conditions on Titan. It's much colder on Titan, there's a very different atmosphere. I've been developing environments in which I can acclimatize them, and through a process of what's called artificial selection, you begin to pick out individuals which are adapting best.
I'm Pau Alsina. I teach and do research at my university, the Open University of Catalonia. I think Andy is a great example of this art and science connection. His art goes where the science doesn't want to go or doesn't dare to go. This is one of the pieces that I really enjoy, this the Drosophila fly project, which is something that really strikes my mind, with this idea of having to breed a new species. It opens your mind what it means to be a species. What is the relation between the species and the planet and the environment? I think his art is about exploration, about expanding the boundaries of what we know, the known and the unknown.
Does art give science context? Science already has context. For thousands of years, the scientific method has been the way that we find our way in the world, and how, as a species, we have developed what we are and what we're capable of doing, and what we understand about the world around us. So it's not that art gives science context, it's that art allows us to elaborate on the context that science already has. Art doesn't exist to give us answers about anything. Art gives us tools to explore or reinterpret answers that we might already have been given, or questions that don't have answers yet.
Hyundai Motor, connecting art and technology.